On land she bought for $1, Claire Fortin built a house of clay, stone, and straw. It draws its power from wind and sun. She raises vegetables and fish to eat and runs a business that grows plants without soil, hydroponics. She's one of dozens of residents here trying to live and work sustainably.
The interesting thing about this spot is it's in an eco village, which is attempting to be completely sustainable. This is the perfect place to do it because the rest of the inhabitants here are tending to be off-grid.
This guy here, he dug his foundation with a pickaxe and a shovel. He's mixing his concrete in a wheelbarrow with a shovel. He's my hero.
Brent Kruger is a co-founder of the Eco Village of Craik. His neighbor, his hero, lives in a buried shipping container. His home, also his business, a boarding school, manages to be both comfortable and environmentally sustainable.
This whole place exists because rural Saskatchewan is dying, and many communities around here are looking for ways to attract people into them. You know, the small towns are dying, the big cities are getting bigger.
Burying a house in the ground to keep it warm in winter and cool in summer is something they used to do more than 100 years ago, the early European settlers, when they first came here. But what they're trying to do with technologies like this in the Eco Village is bring people back to the countryside.
This is an all too common sight in Saskatchewan. Once farm families drove on these streets and merchants, teachers, and government workers lived in the houses. But farming changed, younger people moved away. Schools closed down, then businesses, and finally, entire villages.
More technology in agriculture, more chemicals, more pesticides, more productivity. This push of people out of the countryside that really comes from agriculture.
Almost uniquely in today's Saskatchewan, Craik is growing, and not just in its eco village. Across the highway in the main town, people are also buying houses. But to Brent Kruger, the reason for this rare success is obvious.
It's more than just the houses you build and the energy you put in here. It becomes the food you eat. It becomes the travel you do. It becomes all of these things which are part of that 100%. That's what brought us out here.
All around the rolling prairie landscape where much of the world's food is still grown, but by fewer and fewer people. Coaxing them to return and live here again is a challenge, but one that they're meeting in this community at least. Daniel Lack, Al Jazeera, Craik, Saskatchewan.